So let's bring back to the stage my husband, Rev Glen Ganaway.
I was really excited about the theme for today because it means that I get to talk about some of my favorite things, and they are the fundamentals about how the world works, and that's kind of become my new name for God. What works, right? Because what works is supposed to be consistent. You don't have to dress a certain way or act a certain way to flip on a light switch and have the lights come on, right? I think that's the way God works too. I think that's, you're a person in a real thing, so, I got him. Oh, there you are, all right.
I'm going to be Vanna White today.
Okay, you are.
Vanna Green. Vanna Green. Vanna Green.
Vanna Green and Yeller.
Yeah.
So, I call this the foundations of leadership, and what I love about the truth is that it can come in many different voices, and some of this won't be very new to you, but it might give it to you in a way that you're able to remember, and that's the whole deal, isn't it? Because if you can remember something from the head up, but it doesn't ever get from your neck down, you can't use it. So I'm here to try to put it in a way that we can use it. The foundations of leadership are these 5 basic things. The first thing you need to do is you need to know who you are. It's a little bit more difficult question, and we're not going to talk about that today, but you need to know who you are. And you also need to know what direction you want to go. If you're going to be a leader, you need to know what direction you want to go and give a clear vision of that. You need to know who you are. And everybody is a leader. Everybody is a leader. And the caveat to that is you need to know that sometimes you're going to need to follow somebody.
Right.
You need to remember that sometimes you're going to want to follow somebody who knows more than you. Do you know anybody who knows more than you?
No.
I know lots of people that know more than me. You listen to them. So, the fifth thing is the foundations of leadership is that there is an endless energy for what is yours to do. That's how you know that you're a leader, because you would be doing it whether or not anybody was like paying you or throwing accolades your way or giving you attention. You know that is where you lead because you have endless energy to do it. The trick is not to waste your time and your energy on what doesn't work.
Right.
Okay?
Right. Yes.
So with that in mind, I'd like to give you 3 ideas that will help you put this in order, that help you understand these basic foundations of leadership. And this is how you don't waste your energy. Because I spend a lot of time on Twitter, so I know what wasting energy is. Okay, I'm like the Twitter war king for years. Anyway,
All right.
the first show them the first image.
Alrighty. Dun, 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 dun. Can you say it?
What is that? It's a toolbox.
Yeah.
It's the idea that being is having. In order to be a leader, you need to act like you have everything that you need at your disposal right now to take the next step in the direction that you want to go. Being is having. Being means that you were created with a particular, in a particular time, in a particular place, particularly gendered, particularly talented, particularly skilled, particularly colored, particularly blah, 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 on and on and on. You are like a key that has been ground down to fit a specific lock that we need you to open the door for, because none of us can walk through that door unless you are putting the key into that door.
Yes.
You're
Yes.
that special. You will never exist again. And you exist now because we need what you bring to the world.
Amen.
And if you don't believe that you have everything that you need to accomplish what is yours to do, you can't open that door for us.
That's right.
Being is having. If you are here, you have enough to take the next step toward the greater peace in your life. And that's a leadership quality.
Yes.
What's the second thing?
Well, yes. I like this. Dun, 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 dun.
So what is this? It's a peace sign. Peace. Peace. Get words. Upside down words. Right? All right, they're saying upside down words. Okay. What you have endless to do in the world is to teach. You're going to teach who you are. You're going to teach what you're about. You're going to teach people about yourself. You're going to teach people about the world that you believe in. You are going to be a teacher. And you do have passions in the world. There is something that you want to change, create, modify, improve, expand. There's something that is not here right now that you want to love into existence. Okay?
Yes.
It'll be some form of teaching peace. That's how you know it's leadership. Teach peace. You'll do it in a million different ways. You probably do it to a million different people in a million different ways. Because we all hear it differently. You know why we're all teachers? Because all of us don't learn the same way.
That's right.
How many of you have heard your girlfriend say what your mom has said to you 50 million times, but you listen to your girlfriend? Right? When your friend said, bathe more than once in a week, you said, all right. All right. But when your mom says, take a shower, it says, you like me. We need the teachers that we're going to listen to, don't we? Right? There's somebody that will listen to you that's not listening to somebody else. There's somebody that trusts the words that are coming out of your mouth and not so much the words that are coming out of somebody else's mouth. Just because of the way that you're shaped and gendered and cultured to speak and all this other stuff, right? That's a responsibility. That's a leadership responsibility that you have in the world to align your passion, your skill, your maturity, your spiritual development along these lines to teach peace. Because if what you're doing isn't teaching peace, it's teaching that illusion is real and that suffering is unavoidable.
Right.
That's the other side of that coin. Okay, last thing. Peace.
All right, what is this?
What is that? A castle. Right. Where are castles usually located? In kingdoms, right.
Could it be a queendom?
A queendom. Well, yes. Well, in Aramaic, the word that Jesus used was queendom, not kingdom. So you can look that up. That's that's right.
Okay,
That's right.
he's very smart, y'all.
So I'm a Course in Miracles person. We teach it on Wednesday nights.
We do.
It's a lovely little accountability group. But the Course in Miracles uses the concept of the kingdom of heaven as being this present moment. And the kingdom of heaven is comprised of, or made up of, or consists of things that are real, like beauty and love and joy and presence and knowledge and truth and all those things, all those qualities of God. The person who created you, so you have those qualities too, right? It's the concept of being in the kingdom of God is being present to the truth. That's why we did that exercise earlier today. It says, what information are you getting? Are you really in the room with everybody else? Are you really here? Do you want to be here? Is this something that you're occupying your whole interest in? Are you doing this because are you present to yourself and the world around you? The third thing about this, the way that leadership works, the way that God works, who's the ultimate leader, right? Is that we need to be vigilant for what works. We need to be vigilant we need to be vigilant for the kingdom. Vigilant for not vigilant for being present to what is actually happening in the world. And to do that, you need to know what's going on in your own bodies. To be that, you need to understand what the temperature of the room is. And not just the physical temperature, but the like sort of psychic vibrational temperature of the world, of the room is. It's taken me a very, very, very long time to be a little bit more socially adept, because I didn't grow up as I grew up a very socially awkward person. So being present to myself and being present to my uncomfortability, being present to the suffering of others is something that I've had to like pay attention to and I've had to learn. I'm interested in being present to what is here because that means I get to react appropriately to teach peace. My goal to be present allows me to teach peace. It allows me to know that I have everything that I need right now to make good decisions. Yep. And a leader is making good decisions. How does a leader make good decisions? Because she knows who she is. She knows where she's going.
Yeah.
She knows that it may be time to step back and let somebody else who knows something to be more. And it means that she has endless energy to be present with what is ever happening right now. And that can be really fun. When you're getting an award, or you move through your life, you're getting married, or you're involved in the church with a tutoring minimum. It can be really fun. It can also mean that your spidey senses go off and you go, I'm heading in a direction that I know is going to cause me suffering, or I'm betraying a friend, or I'm telling a lie, or I'm cheating, or I'm all these things that we normalize in this country about it's okay to tell white lies. It's okay to. And I'm not telling you what's appropriate. I'm telling you your job is to be authentic and know how that feels. Nobody can do that for you. Nobody can teach you who you are.
Right.
They just can't.
Right.
Because believe you me, there's a lot of people who want to tell you who you are. They do.
Say amen to that.
But you know who you are. And it's somebody that nobody else knows.
Right.
You are very, very, very deep. Nobody could spend a lifetime studying you and actually come to know you. That's how deep you are. And you can be that deep into the present moment. That's what we love about our leaders. You ever been with somebody who you felt like you were the only person in the room when they were speaking to you? Those are leaders. I often fall in love with those people. Right? Whatever you are doing, know that you have everything that you need to take at least the next step toward what you're going to do. Know that what you are really about is teaching peace. And know that as long as you are able to be vigilant, to be present with whatever is happening without conditions, you're going to be able to make good decisions for the rest of us. You're going to be able to locate that door that only you can open and bring us to it and say, this way out of the suffering. This way out of the suffering. Through me. The truth is through me. That's how we're going to make a difference. Be a leader to yourself. Be a leader to the world. We need them. And listen to the innocent child within you, because she already knows all of that. Welcome to Church with a 2-Drink Minimum. I'm really glad you're here.
Yeah! That's my husband, Rev Glen Ganaway.